Road to Cocodona series. This is episode 7. So I'm doing daily vlogs about my workout, training, and just my general activities leading up to Cocodona 250, which is a 250-mile race on May 5th in Arizona. It's a race from Black Canyon City to Flagstaff. Has about 40,000 feet of climbing. So it's a pretty interesting race. It's got a lot of hot sections, like the first 30, 40 miles, very hot. And then there's a couple cold sections where at night it can get down to freezing. They go through some mountainous areas. So today was kind of light earlier today. I usually do a couple hikes during my work, during breaks and lunch, but I'm in the lithium battery business. I had some big deliveries today. Trucks coming and picking up, and hazardous materials, so I need to be there. And truck drivers, they never can tell you when they're going to be there. Frustrating. I can tell them to be there by 3 o'clock, and they'll show up at 3 o'clock. If I tell them I close at 4, they'll show up at 4. So, anyways. So I couldn't go out. I had to stay around the place. Nice day today. I think it's like in the 70s. Really nice. I plan to do probably 4 or 5 miles tonight, and then tomorrow I'm going to do a long run hike, and then same on Sunday. The weather should be pretty good. It's going to get a little colder on Sunday, but that's okay. The cold is like in the 40s, so really perfect weather. So I'm excited. Tonight I will also do some a couple miles on my bike, indoor bike, and then also maybe 1,500 meters on my ski machine. And then I'm planning to work on my treadmill. I got that control board, and I want to fix my treadmill so I can do some indoor workouts too. It's really kind of eliminated me a little bit. Yeah, so still focusing on losing weight. I am losing weight, fasting till like 12 o'clock every day, and then eating a little bit at lunch, usually a cheese tray. Today I just ate a bagel because I couldn't go out. Usually walk to Starbucks, which is a mile away. And then I ate a little bit for dinner. Then the rest of the day will be yogurt. So I'm trying to get that weight down. Get down to race weight. Feel much better that way. Running news today is a couple of stories I'd like to chat about. Actually, first off, I do equipment reviews, shoe reviews, electronic reviews, all kinds of reviews related to exercise or outdoors. Well, I got a new pair of shoes in today from a company called Airhoss. I know it's probably a company that nobody's heard of. Get this, shoes only cost $48, and they sell them on Amazon. They're a kind of a knockoff of Zero shoes. I've done several reviews on Zero shoes. I've done their Scrambler Low, the old version and the new version. I think that's why this company contacted me. But it's their own design. It's not a copy of the Zero shoe, but it's a zero jump shoe. It looks to me like a shoe that you might be able to use in the gym. You might be able to do a mile or two in, but to be honest, that's what I say about the Zero shoes too, and they cost $160. They're great casual shoes, great in the gym because they're flat. Also, you could do some light running. When I say light running, I mean like a mile or two, no more than that. Maybe if you're a really light runner, like 130, 140, you could do more than that, but I'm feeling this is going to be the same, just the materials are going to be a little bit quality a little bit less. We'll see. I'm going to test them out. Got them in today. I'm also going to do a drone review. I tested a lower cost drone a couple months ago, I think in December. related company wants me to test their drone. This is a high-end drone. What's the difference? Well, the lower-end drones, the smaller drones, they shake a lot in the wind. The quality of the video is not so good. It did pretty good, but it was about a $300 drone. This one cost 2x, 3x the other drone. So I'm hoping to finish that testing video this weekend too. So a shoe video and a drone video. So stay tuned. Some other things I read today on letsrun.com. That's mostly for track athletes, road runners, but they always have some kind of controversy on there or something. Well, a bunch of people were making fun of Prefontaine, saying that he's not so great, his PBs would never qualify for championships and all that. And a lot of people attacked him back. I'm thinking to myself, what if Prefontaine had super shoes or bicarbonate, sodium bicarbonate, or hydration that we have today, training methods we have today? I think things would be very different. I'm sure most people would agree. How about Ryan Hall? Ran a 2:04 in the marathon, Boston Marathon, back in the early 90s without super shoes. What could he have done? Could he have broken two? Top middle men these days are excited when I'm talking about elites, they're excited when they run a 2:07 or 2:08. Ryan Hall ran a 2:04. A lot of guys in the 80s were running 2:06, 2:07 in regular shoes, not super shoes. They didn't have all the hacks that we have today. Hydration and nutrition and knowledge to get fast. So I thought that was an interesting discussion. Another one, Zach Bitter had a great interview with, I think his name's Matt Wiseman. Maybe I'm getting his last name wrong. You can check out Human Performance Podcast. Yeah, my memory's going bad. Anyway, Zach Bitter's podcast. I can't remember the name. It's a long name. But anyways, he interviewed Matt Wiseman, which is an ultra runner based here in Austin. That's where I'm also. I don't know him, but I follow him. I watch his YouTube channel. He's pretty good. He's fast, but I wouldn't consider him a top elite runner. But I follow him, and I see a lot of videos for him because he's sponsored by BPN, Nick Bear's company. But anyways, the podcast was talking about his run across Texas, which took 18 days. So I was pretty interested in that. Texas is pretty big. It's pretty hot too. Pretty desolate in some areas. But what was interesting is he said it cost $50,000. I was thinking, so why? But it turns out it was mostly money for his camera crew, filming crew. He rented an RV, had a chef and driver and all this stuff. I don't know. I think that kind of makes people look soft. A lot of these people that run across America and these things, I think you should do it. I think you should do it a lot more simple. You make it look soft like that. It's not too impressive. At least not to me. Maybe it is to the common folk. It's kind of like the people that run the Death Valley in California. That's a tough race, but I don't know. I'm not impressed when someone's chasing you in a minivan the whole race, But he used an RV, had all these people helping him and all that. Because, you also give you a little bit of backstory context. I'm not a fan of pacers. I think pacers should not be allowed in ultras. I kind of got the European idea on that. I don't use pacers in ultras, never have. I also don't believe in crews either. I think it's nice if your family comes out and supports you like that, but I'm a little bit okay with crews. I wish people would, they would just support their athletes and not give them new packs and stuff. Helping them cut time. But pacers, I'm totally against. You got elite runners using pacers in 100K. What the hell? That's not necessary. I wish it wouldn't be allowed. I think you should only be using a pacer if you're above 60 or you're handicapped or blind or something like that. Even in Cocodona, I don't plan to use pacers. I'm not going to use any crew, no pacers. I know a lot of people do, and I'm not knocking them, but it's just the way I do it. I want to do it on my own. That's the main reason. The second reason is I don't have any crazy friends that want to help me do something like that. That's another reason. So, I mean, I'm okay with people that do it, but I wish it would. I wish it wouldn't be. I wish pacers weren't allowed. So when I see these minivans and RVs following people along, BPN did one as well where they went from LA to Las Vegas. I'd be more impressed if they did it out of a car, roughed it a little bit more. Just my idea. Then again, people that know me know that I'm very much against pacers. Uh, that's really all the news I had to talk about today. Let me know what's going on in your world and how your workouts are going, what you have planned for this weekend. I might go fishing this weekend. My son, he's a fisher, but he's fishing right now. He doesn't fish with his friends. We'll go fishing somewhere. The weather's gonna be good. It's interesting. I fished some my whole life, but I fished more in the last year than I have my whole life, and I know a lot more. My son's like into all these different reels, and he's like pull the string for me, do this, that. I had to thank God for YouTube, how to do all these things. How to spool string. There's different kinds of spring. There's mono, and then there's braided line. I didn't know all this shit. What kind of braided line do you use on a baitcaster reel? I mean, my son's reel's got like a computer chip in it. It reads the reel speed 1,000 times a second. It's amazing. Of course, I use a real simple reel, but you got to know how to put the string on. You can't put too much. You can't put too little, and you got to put it on a certain way. Thank God for YouTube. There's people that got videos on how to do all this stuff. You just search, boom, boom, boom. It tells you how to do all these things. YouTube is great. It's like the encyclopedia how to do anything. But I don't know how people did it before. But I mean, that's how I fix my washing machine. There are people on YouTube that, I had the water valve go out, I had the spinning motor go out. There's only a few things that can go wrong with a washing machine. They'll last forever. You just got to replace the parts and buy them on Amazon. There are YouTube videos on how to do it all. It's really simple, actually. How to calibrate your washing machine. There's a video on that. It's simple once someone shows you how to do it. You can pay a couple $100 for somebody to come out and do it for you. That takes 1 minute. Anybody can do it. Anyways, my point is there's videos on how to do everything. It's really amazing on YouTube. I really suggest people do more things themselves. Just search it on YouTube. You'd be surprised how simple things are to do. All right, wish everybody a great weekend. I'm going to get back into my hike and talk to you later. Bye for now.